Definitely not our best defensive game, but our offense got a little bit better, and thankfully we have a break here that we can try to get back in the gym and fix things.
All right, we'll start out with Cora and then Maria.
Just from the defensive side, in the games before this, we've seen kind of the team get a handle on it. And in this game, it was back-to-back 28-point quarters for Liberty. You got outscored 50-45 the second half. Just why do you feel like they weren't able to, I don't know, slow them down or kind of get a handle back on that?
Yeah, I think it was almost opposite, right? We had a handle on it first. So before the games, we just started off kind of lackadaisical. Then we picked it up. And this game, it was the opposite, where we had it. We had really good, I think to the 5-minute mark, maybe they had 3 points. So we started off pretty good, and then we just took our foot off the gas. And so something we talked about post-game, where the answer really has to come from them, because I promise you guys, we do practice half-court defense at length. We talk about it. We do scouts. We know the actions they're going to run, and we just get out there on the floor, and we almost just don't do it. And so that's going to be a heavy point of emphasis over the next 10 days.
Maria.
Coach, the players were in here ahead of you, of course, and they were quite subdued. What was the message? Talasia Cooper said she got the message about they've got to get better in half-court defense. What was your message to them after the game?
Yeah, I'll leave that between us and them, but it was long and it wasn't nice.
Cora.
Speaking of Talasia, every time I see her on the court, she looks better and better. And today, it looks so easy for her, and she's making good decisions and just scored at will. Just what have you seen her take steps in, you think, through these first 4 games?
Yeah, I think she's turning her turnovers down, which is allowing her to have more shots. Her rebounds are really good. I think she was one shy of another double-double, which is big. And so I think if she just focuses on her rebounds a little bit more, she can probably average a double-double for us. And she's so good for us defensively in the full court. And so the sky is the limit for her. She's really special.
Coach, obviously Talasia's been probably one of your most consistent players so far this year. Obviously she sat out last year, so what do you think just the mindset is for her as we get into this season, and is there any unfinished business that she wants to make known to everybody just as we get into this year?
Yeah, we had talked about it early, that it's hard to take a year off and then come back. And you have to sit on the sidelines. And so she was definitely hungry, felt like she had something to prove. And she's in the gym, she works hard, she's consistent in practice, especially as of late, where she is just working hard and making sure she gets better every day. And I think a lot of that is because she had to sit and watch.
Cora.
I think all 3 of the players mentioned, just rotations being off and just not playing together as much. With the defensive breakdowns, did you see that? And I don't know, you've done this so many times, right? Where's the next step for the defense in terms of getting those rotations down? Is it communication? Is it just playing together more? Just what does it look like from your point of view?
A lot of it is communication. A lot of it is effort. A lot of it is if we don't get beat, then we don't have to worry about necessarily the backside rotation. And so a lot of it is effort-based. A lot of it is communication. Some of it is time, but I mean, we're close to the window where it should start getting better, not worse. And I don't know that that's what's happening. And then a lot of it is just doing it. Is, hey, you make a mistake, somebody should be there to bail you out, and right now we don't have anyone there to bail us out. And when we do scramble and we do have 5-man rotations, we look really good. And we had a moment where we did have a 5-man rotation, and Kanaya sprinted diagonal the length of the floor and got the steal with one hand, and that is what it's supposed to look like. And we're just not having very many of those.
Heading into the break for the Florida State game, how many adjustments are you going to be making on defense, or are you just going to try to improve on what you have already?
We're definitely going to try to improve on what we have already. We have a defense in that doesn't look like anything you guys have seen. So this is not what we practice, so we just need to do what we practice.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Defensively, I mean, there's some players individually who seem to be standing out or getting better. Kanaya Boyd one.
Yep.
Lee, Z. Spearman, the way she can defend to the arc, to the paint. And then, of course, Alyssa Latham really seems to be coming along. And do you see those 3 in particular helping you elevate this defense?
Yeah, with the addition of, I think Favor is really good on defense, and I think Coop is really good on defense. And I think when you get them all out there together, we look pretty good on the defensive end.
We'll go next to Cora and then Sam.
I thought at least the first half of the game felt like the most polished the offense has looked so far. And obviously it helps when people are knocking down threes, but what did you see that you liked out of offense today?
Yeah, I had stressed some changes on our offense, being a little more patient, a little more movement, more ball screen action, waiting for the cuts to happen, knowing who you're playing with, right? Like not everyone wants a ball screen, not everyone wants a gap. And so talking about those things. So I did think they looked much better. We made more extra passes. We didn't take as many bad shots. We still had a couple, and they were in the first half that I can remember. But we were sharing the ball a little bit better. Our offensive rebounding was not where it needed to be at all. So that's something we'll have to fix as well.
You talked about what you want to work on over the break, but what is the difficulty of going 10 days without, taking a break from game action and then getting back into it?
Yeah, it's difficult for them. It's going to be hard, and they're going to get frustrated, and they're going to be fussy towards days 7, 8, 9. But I think they know that they need it, and we even talked about it pregame. You guys have 10 days of practice after this, so let's make it. We're leaving on a high note, and I don't think we did that. But it's good that we can fix it after a win. It's good that we have a break to fix it. It's great we have a break to fix it. And so they have to kind of change the lens a little bit and say, hey, we get to fix this. We get this break, not we have this long period of time without a game. Because if we have a good opponent in the next 4 days, we probably don't win. We have things we had to fix. And we can fix them.
Maria, and then Cora.
You did well from the line, which can be a difference maker in a game, and that's probably a good sign to see. And your last answer explains partly why they were so subdued when they
Yeah, oops.
They look like a team looks after they lose.
That's about what the energy was from me. But you have to be able to fix things after a win too. And sometimes with young people, you see a score and you get a W, and everyone tells you good job, and you think that's good enough, and it's not. We just have to continue to get better. And our foul shooting was a really good positive tonight.
With the communication piece on defense, what does that look like for you in years past? Does it typically come down to there's a couple vocal leaders who really can get people together on defense? Is it everybody's got to do it? Just what does that kind of look like in the past for you, and what are you wanting from them going forward?
Yeah, so my philosophy is always let's get a couple vocal leaders that are confident in what they do and people listen to, and then bring people along with you. So it doesn't have to necessarily be all 5. There's times, we play hard, we play up and down, right? So there's going to be times you don't have breath to talk. But if you bring 2 or 3, if 3 people are talking and 2 people are pointing, then we can usually figure it out. And right now, we don't talk preventatively. We talk when it's too late, and we just need to get ahead of it.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Thank